is it? Come on. Good morning, 6:30 in the morning. I'm down at a place called Zenith Beach, where I've been quite a few times. And I'm actually, I don't know, you won't be able to see him, he's over here in the distance, but I'm down here with a mate who has an Airbnb that wants to capture an image for his Airbnb wall. I think he wants to get a few local beaches. And also just met Greg West, who I'll say hello to properly once the sun comes up and we've all got our photos, who is actually a follower of the channel, which is pretty cool, who also lives locally. So I'll be saying g'day to him shortly, but I'm just sort of perched up on the rocks. It's pretty dark at the moment, so I can't really show you what's going on. Except for this light that's on this camera, you wouldn't be able to see anything else. And I've just got to get set up. Once I'm set up and the sun comes up a bit, I'll talk you through what it is I'm doing and what my thinking is with my composition, so you get a bit of a feel for the type of shot that we're going for. And yeah, hopefully we have a good morning. The cloud is forecast to be 100% high, so I looked at the Clear Outside app, and the app said that there's going to be 100% cloud up high, which is always a good sign and would mean that we're going to get ideal conditions for sunrise. So let's hope for that. And if not, it doesn't matter, we're out. It's a beautiful morning. It's a bit warmer this morning, which is nice. So spring is definitely in the air. And yeah, it's time to make some images. There you go, it's not focusing.
Sorry, don't know you're on.
There you go.
Morning, hello everyone.
Waiting game. Oh, there he goes.
Just going to get a better perspective of the panorama, the vista.
Big Mike's checking out the vista. All right. Starting to see a little bit of colour on the horizon. Not much. Camera is all set up there. Live view on. Haven't really set my focus or composition yet because I'm waiting on a bit more light. There is cloud in the sky, nice and high. Like I said, see, just a peak of colour right there. So with a bit of luck, fingers crossed, we're going to get some good colour. And we'll have an amazing sunrise. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we are about 30 minutes away from sunrise. Still only a little bit of colour on the horizon. I'm just going to put my filter set on, so I'm ready. What is happening that is nice is the water's starting to come up around the rocks where I am. So I'm getting that, I'm starting to get what I want from a composition point of view. I'll talk you through it once the light comes up a little bit more. Still very, very dark, so very difficult, but there is some nice colour coming up on the horizon, so that's always a pleasing result. Let's now just get the leaf filter kit out. I'll just have it ready, because that way when the colour is going, I'm not searching for stuff in my bag, which is what I'm normally doing. I'm usually not prepared enough. So this will make sure that I am. All right, time for a quick update. We are 10 to 6, so another 25 minutes till sunrise. Composition definitely set now, pretty happy. You can see Mount Tomaree in the background here. I've got the water coming into the rocks in the foreground here, and that's my leading line out towards sunrise. So hopefully the sky will just burst with colour. And if it bursts with colour, I'll be pretty excited. That's what we want. So we just want to see a big burst of colour. All right, we've got about 20 minutes now till sunrise, and the colour is starting to get intense right on the horizon, but not in the sky. And we've got this high cloud up there. Now my composition, just to give you a real sort of quick rundown, I've got these rocks in the foreground here, which are really nice, and then obviously Mount Tomaree in the background. The water's edge is making a leading line, and actually as the water recedes, it makes a beautiful reflection of the mountain on the sand. Whether we'll capture that, but we should, but what it will do, if the sky bursts with colour, is it will reflect all that beautiful colour. So something to keep in mind when you're doing something like this is you can sort of set yourself up for success with that type of thing. So really looking forward to hopefully getting a huge burst of colour. At this stage, it's looking pretty good. Looking very, very promising. So we've just got to sit and wait now. That's all it is just a waiting game to see how we go and whether or not we actually get the colour that was forecast. If you watched my last video, you know I get a bit upset when I don't get what I was forecast, but I promise that today I'll be less upset. A lot of people sort of hacked on me for that because they said it was a good photo, which it was a nice photo. But yeah, sometimes I want that really nice photo, you know. All right, so now might be a good time to talk you through my composition whilst we're waiting for the colour to really burst. So camera set up just here. You can see my settings are ISO 64, f11, And then that's my composition. And what I'm doing, so that's a live view that's on currently. What I'm doing is just waiting for the right waves to push the water in around here. The tide is coming in, so there's a nice one now. So if I hit the shutter, it's got about an 8-second shutter speed at the moment. It would be nice if there was more colour in the sky, but it's actually not looking too good at this stage. But we get an A+ for being here and trying. We got out of bed early, and we've got the camera on a tripod, and we're pointing it in the right direction. Once again though, you'll sort of see my sort of style is close foreground, something in the background, and then interesting midground, which is the whole beach. The water actually makes a leading line up to there as well, up to the point of the mountain, and you actually get a bit of a zigzag. So if you look at that down there, so it does this sort of zigzagging through the frame as well, which is always quite nice in a composition. So I might take this opportunity just to give you a bit of rundown on what I'm thinking composition wise and setting wise, and my thought processes I've set up here, so you can get a feel for what it is that I'm doing. Mike's over there in the background, you can see him there. He's got himself a good composition with the water rushing up in here, which looks nice. So it's nice leading lines. Disappointingly so far, we're not seeing a lot of colour on the horizon. We're still waiting for the colour to appear. As you can see, still pretty ordinary looking sky. Even the red that was on the horizon has sort of disappeared, so never know, we might get a late entry of colour. Composition wise, I'll just show you what's going on. So that sort of gives you the idea. You'll see I'm at ISO 64, f11. It's currently at 6 seconds, which is great, because what I'm doing is just waiting for the water to sort of come up in here and just swirl around in this little spot here every sort of now and then it does. The tide's on the way in, so I'm hoping that by the time the colour goes off that'll be more prevalent. And then of course the mountain in the distance, so that's sort of the composition there. It gives you an idea of what I'm shooting. Really hoping for the colour in the sky to go nutso, because all that wet sand will colour up beautifully and will really make this image. See, there we go, there's one where the water's coming in a bit. You can see it's starting to creep around the corner. Even that with the wide edges, the foamy wide edges, if you get those shots, can be really nice as well. This is a good wave coming in right now. So I'll just wait for it and hit the shutter. There we go. There we go, look at that. How nice is that? All right. So yeah, just waiting for the colour, if it comes. There is the infamous Greg West. Give us a wave, Greg. He's found himself a really nice posse with this rock in the foreground, looking out to the beach. So hopefully we'll see some colour, but it's actually got worse since we got here, which is always a bit of a concern. But anyway, it's all fun and games, isn't it? That's what it's all about. Oh, try not to fall over. Very precarious spot I've got myself in again today, which quite often happens, doesn't it? Very, very precarious spot. Anyway, we've got about, I don't know, maybe 10 or 15 minutes till sunrise. And one can only hope that when the sun comes out, we get an amazing burst of colour. So fingers crossed, let's just hope so, eh? All right, bit of an update for you. It is about 2 minutes away from sunrise and we have a complete grey out. There's no colour whatsoever. So not sure what is going to happen, but I'm going to keep taking a few shots whilst the water rushes in like that, because that looks good. Yeah, not getting any colour, unfortunately. So not sure what today is going to bring. So far, pretty disappointing. Well, let's be honest, very disappointing. It's funny because I was just talking to Greg, who's around the corner there, and he was sort of giving me a bit of a, and I just said to him, well, you've got to be in it to win it, haven't you? You've got to be out here to get it. And unfortunately, today we're just not getting the colour. Doesn't mean it won't come. I've had mornings like this where the sun's just managed to poke through a little hole, and then we've seen an amazing colour burst. So you've just got to be patient and wait. And if you don't get the shot you want, come back again another morning. I'm actually thinking about doing a challenge. I'm going away for a couple of weeks to Fiji on holidays, and when I get back, I'm thinking about giving myself a challenge of doing every sunrise and maybe every sunset for a whole month, 30 days straight, and just see how many crackers you get on average out of 30 shoots. I don't know, I haven't decided whether I'm going to do that yet because it's quite a commitment, but I might do it. Anyway, what time is it now? It is pretty much sunrise, so zero colour in the sky. I mean zero colour, I mean you can see it, it's just grey. Oh well. We'll hang here a bit longer and we'll just see what happens. Well, given the real lack of colour this morning, I've changed my focus, put my hood on. Mosquitoes are bloody attacking me. Yeah, I've changed my focus. My composition's completely changed. I've decided to get, I've sort of angled down a bit. I'm just getting these rocks and I'm just trying to capture the water moving across the sand the best that I can, because that'll look nice. And see if I can make an image regardless. It doesn't always have to be about epic colour. I think it's one of the things I was talking about in my last video was that I have this curse that I want to make every image amazing, every image, especially at sunrise and sunset, with epic colour. And I've been following some other photographers that have been really inspiring me with their work. They take photos during the day and don't rely on the amazing colour. They're still shooting in golden hour, but not looking for epic skies. They're using that golden hour to give creative lighting on their subjects, and I think it's a really nice thing to do. So these sort of situations are good to sort of challenge me and give me something different to try and aim for. So I'm starting to look for something else to bring the image to life, and in particular that water rushing in over the rocks is what I'm looking for. So I'm just going to get a few shots with the water rushing in over the sand and see if I can make an image out of that. And there's a couple of different compositions I can use, so I'll do that. Anyway, I'll show you the images at the end. If you've enjoyed the video, make sure you give it the thumbs up. Just a reminder as well, if you haven't already, head across to my website on3legs.com. A couple of freebies there for you to download. One's a camera setup checklist, and the other one is my 10 tips to better photos ebook, both available there on the website for free. So feel free to go and grab yourself a copy of that. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Always love to hear from you. I'll do my best to reply to everybody. And until next time, get out there and make some images. See ya.